Hello and welcome to ACBSP-Tv News, brought to you by the Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs. The ACBSP is glad you chose to be part of the 2012 ACBSP Annual Conference. You will have many opportunities to network with colleagues from around the world as you share the best practices for improving the quality of business education. This year, some of our featured speakers are Kay Saunders, founder and CEO of Bellwether Limited and the Human Asset Imaging Institute, Harry Hertz, director of the Baldrige Performance Excellence Program, and Yves Camille Desiree Leterme, former Prime Minister of Belgium. These leaders in business will offer insight on standards and trends driving the global economy. You'll also go inside ACBSP accredited member schools to see what makes their curriculum and students successful. Whether you are new to ACBSP, wanting to learn more about the accreditation process, or a seasoned member considering ways to become more involved, you will find value in the sessions and events planned during this annual conference. Recognizing the achievements of our members is an important part of the ACBSP Annual Conference. Our Antonio Neves has highlights from the Salute to Regents luncheon and a preview of the accreditation banquet on day 3 of the convention.
Thanks, Andrea. As Baltimore commemorated the War of 1812, members celebrated the global success of improving business education standards. On Sunday, the Council's Director of European Operations explained that the main goal in integrating ACBSP and the European communities is establishing a core set of values that span worldwide.
I think that we are working towards establishing this partnership with European institutions, because at the end of the day, the question is whether or not we would like to have global accreditation system. So quality assurance will not take place only within national borders, but it will also take place on a global scale.
The president of the ACBSP's first accredited school in Mongolia gave his thoughts on the changing landscape of business.
Now is not to compete, how to collaborate, how to partner, That's the very important and the key element for our strategy, and maybe that's why we choose the ACBSP accreditation.
At the Salute to Regents luncheon, recipients of the 2012 International Teaching Excellence Award were recognized for their achievements.
And now for the International Teaching Excellence Award for Baccalaureate Graduate Degree Schools. The winner is Region 4, Patricia B. Abels, the University of Findlay.
"51 institutions were also honored at the accreditation banquet Sunday evening. The incoming president looks ahead to the future of the ACBSP.
Well, I'm excited about international expansion. ACBSP is an American organization. They've about 3 years ago adopted a policy, 4 years ago, of trying to grow and bring the benefits that are enjoyed by American schools to international schools. So I'm excited about continuing that expansion into Europe, Africa, South and Central America, India, and hopefully China. And then also we're looking at reviewing the benefits that go to existing members in accredited schools, both at the 2-year and the 4-year level, just to ensure that the international expansion brings some benefits to those schools that were the foundation of the organization.
Day 2 of the 24th Annual ACBSP Conference showcased the empowerment of women in business. Conference goers also heard from the former Prime Minister of Belgium. Antonio Neves shares highlights from both events.
Thanks, Andrea. The journey to success can be challenging for anyone. Day 2 of the conference focused on how to navigate potential obstacles. Achieving success in business is no easy task. Some women feel like they can face more challenges than men. The second day of the conference dealt with the issue head-on in the Empowering Women Thought Leader session.
I've tended to specifically seek out female mentors.
While the panelists come from very different industries, academia, politics, and law, they agree on some of the most important ways women can be empowered.
Speak decisively. Instead of saying, I'm sorry, but maybe there is a different way to approach this conflict. I would suggest that the individual would say, let's approach this conflict in this way.
I don't look at the fact that I'm a woman and that there are challenges out there that only women face and men don't. I think that you look at that in a positive way and be able to use the unique skills and abilities that you have to overcome those challenges.
About empowerment of women, it's not just something addressed to women. It's important for women, it's important for everybody, because what is the most precious asset or resource we have? It's people, it's brains.
The former Prime Minister of Belgium delivered the day's keynote address. He also emphasized the importance of people and the role of higher education.
Diversification in itself is a very good thing, because modern societies have highly differentiated needs and requests to university. And as the economy develops, the needs of the different parts of that economy become more and more specific and differentiated. And so the student population also is becoming much more diverse, and the skills requirements of the labor market and the professions are far from unidimensional. And in order to survive, each institution, all of your institutions, have to navigate the wild waters of modern economies and societies and find for themselves the most productive way to adapt to the changing environment.
And those changes include providing solutions to the global recession.
We have problems in our financial system. And so I think we have to be humble. We have to count on the creativity, the good attitude, positive attitude, and also on the skills of the new generations to be confident that they will find the good answers to the very demanding questions.
What an incredible start to the ACBSP Annual Conference. Members kicked things off with 2 pre-conference workshops, the annual business meeting, and a thought leader session on the Ball-Ridge program. Our Antonio Neves was on the scene and has more now from the convention floor.
Thanks, Andrea. As you can see, it's a beautiful day here in Baltimore for the start of the conference. Attendees from across the United States and around the globe got a jump start on things with 2 pre-conference workshops. Janice Studemeyer wasted no time engaging her audience about the importance of completing the student learning process.
We should not be reinventing the wheel. We should be able to share best practices, instruments, or whatever. And that's something I really wish at ACBSP our schools would do more of. We'd love to have, online, or we could, if you're looking for a rubric on business writing, you can go online and download 5 examples from other schools and take it and modify it to meet your needs.
What techniques have you tried to get your students to come to class prepared?
Around the corner, the Gillette brothers, Lynn and Robert, along with Catherine Davis, shared the highly successful CPA process, which ensures students prepare for class so that the class time can be used for deep learning.
There's less time wasted if everyone can answer any question at any given time.
The CPA is a class preparation assignment, and it's a technique to get students to prepare for class so that when they come into class, it can be a far richer, deeper discussion.
The conference officially opened with a luncheon and annual business meeting where the keynote speaker, Kay Saunders, founder and CEO of Bellwether Limited, shared the people side of productivity.
I want them to emphasize this whole component about interpersonal connection, because I want to draw a picture for them, if you will, as to how relevant it is in being competitive and in the sustainability of organizations, and certainly for students to be able to get new opportunities, to be promoted and the like.
The ACBSP models its accreditation process similar to the National Institute of Technology's Ball-Ridge Performance Excellence Program. Attendees heard from Program Director Dr. Harry Hertz as part of the thought leader session on the importance of continuous quality improvement.
What we learned early on from role model organizations was that there was really a third component to organizational excellence, And that third component was a commitment to learning for the individuals in the organization and learning as an organization overall. So those, as we define it, are the three components of performance excellence: the customer perspective, the operational perspective, and then the learning perspective.
In Baltimore's Inner Harbor, it's quite clear you can mix business with pleasure, as attendees take it all in, sharing information and knowledge to improve standards in business education for students and teachers.
Having a degree from an accredited institution or program is a must in today's competitive arena. Based in Overland Park, Kansas, the ACBSP was created to fulfill a need for specialized accreditation by colleges and universities with business schools and programs.
Founded in 1988, the ACBSP was created to accredit business schools with an emphasis on teaching and learning.
At that time, there was not an accreditation process for community colleges or for the smaller colleges and universities that had a focus on teaching. The founders felt it was important that they have the benefits of going through the accreditation process and being recognized for this achievement.
Before ACBSP came along, we as two-year institutions with associate degrees had no real way to have any kind of valid recognition of our quality in our programs for business. And because of this organization, we now have that ability to speak to the community, to have that validation for faculty credentials for excellence in teaching as recognized by the organization.
ACBSP accreditation is modeled similarly to the Baldrige Performance Excellence Program.
It was established by the United States Department of Commerce to promote economic development within the United States. And it does that by identifying world-class manufacturing organizations and hospitals and recognizing them and having those world-class organizations share their processes with other organizations. And that's what ACBSP does. We model our accreditation process after the Baldrige National Quality Program. So we are all about helping educational institutions improve the quality of their education.
The ACBSP is recognized for its standards.
The Council for Higher Education Accreditation is focused on strictly accreditors. It uses standards and criteria to evaluate how accreditors are improving the academic quality in the world, and then recognizes us as valid and reliable accreditors.
ACBSP is a seal of quality for global business education. It provides the tools necessary to improving quality in business education that is so essential in conducting business around the globe.
The mission of Manor College is to prepare students for success in 2 years. The two-year school provides students two options: head straight to their career after obtaining their degree, or transfer to a four-year school.
Located outside Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Manor College is focused on creating a learning environment that exposes students to current technology, current business practices, and current legal issues.
When we talk about Manor College, we talk about 2 years, 2 options: prepared to transfer, prepared to begin a career. And what that means is a Manor student in 2 years will be able to choose to transfer to a 4-year college or university to pursue a bachelor's degree, or they'll be prepared to begin a career.
To ensure student success, Manor faculty have developed 5 goals for their programs as well as the core curriculum.
We would like to see the students be able to communicate effectively, either in writing or orally, and also to make sure they can demonstrate knowledge within their discipline as well as the competencies. We want them to be able to apply critical thinking skills, to acquire information literacy skills so they can do citations properly, trust sources properly. And we also want them to exhibit ethics and values within their program.
The business administration programs offered at Manor prepare students with the skills, values, and knowledge necessary to compete in today's dynamic business environment.
Local business professionals share their expertise by participating in our guest lecture seminar series and annual law symposium. Externships also reinforce our students' experience in the real world of business, which contributes to their career success.
The accounting externship program at Manor College was an invaluable experience that exemplified how exciting and rewarding a career in accounting will be. I performed hands-on tasks and learned from a successful CPA and tax attorney the out-of-the-classroom skills that are essential to succeed in the demanding world of business.
We immerse our students in opportunities that allow them to master marketable competencies, such as communications and problem-solving skills, time management, and the ability to work as part of a team.
All of it was lessons that I could take with me through my whole entire life. Like how to compromise with somebody, how to negotiate, how to bargain, how to work in a team, and how to get... One thing I learned about working in a team, some people are shy, sometimes you gotta get them out of their shell. Where one area that somebody in the team might not be strong at, somebody else in the team is, and y'all gotta learn how to work together.
The faculty at Manor College are also dedicated to their students' success.
When our students need help, there is always a faculty member that's available in the library or in the office in order to ensure that the students' questions are always answered.
I didn't even know it was a Catholic school. I just said, I'm gonna go. And I applied, I got in, and I never looked back since that day, and I'm really happy I came. It made me a completely different person.
It both encourages and inspires us as teachers to see the success that the students do achieve. And their success stories really validate the importance of those first 2 years of higher education. That's what we do at Manor.
The Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs was founded in 1988 to create an accreditation process designed to fit the needs of business schools and programs focused on learning that occurs in the classroom. In the past several decades, the ACBSP has not only improved standards in one of the most challenging economic periods, but the organization has achieved record membership growth. More than ever, it's why the ACBSP values its members, and members should value their status with the ACBSP. The College of Westchester, located in White Plains, New York, offers a unique career-focused curriculum designed to prepare students to meet the challenges of the ever-changing business world. Through its highly personal environment, the college provides students the opportunity to gain real-world practical experience and benefit from extensive career counseling and services.
My experience at the College of Westchester has been wonderful. I have been helped by many great professors.
What I really liked about the College of Westchester is that what they were offering in the programs.
What I saw in the College of Westchester was basically just the family vibe that I received.
Being that the College of Westchester is a small college, I think that the students feel that it enhances their education here and there's more personal attention that's given to them. And a lot of students tell us that they do feel like this is a family environment.
Personalized attention, a career-focused curriculum, and hands-on experience. The College of Westchester provides a collegiate business education that gives its students an edge when entering the job market.
The School of Business at the College of Westchester is one that focuses on career development for our students. Getting students the right courses and the right content in those courses to help them be better prepared for the opportunities that lay ahead of them.
They do focus on your career, they focus on your future, and what exactly it is that you want to do. They help to prepare you for the real world.
One of the reasons I chose the College of Westchester is because the vast majority of the classes I take are related directly to my career path.
I think that the College of Westchester is different from a lot of other business colleges because we really offer real-life classes, things that the students are going to need to know in the business world.
Their courses were absolutely great. I've compared the College of Westchester to other colleges, and it's not as well developed as the courses that they have here.
We really involve the students and we have them interact on different levels with internships, with actual planning of activities where they're more involved hands-on in the classroom.
I've been interning here at the Women's Enterprise Development Center. It was actually my first choice. All the knowledge and the skills, I was able to put it to use here at the internship. It's been a great experience.
What makes the business school great is that most of our faculty have actually worked out in the business world. They are not just sitting in a classroom reading from a textbook.
Most of my background has been in the corporate world, so the transition for me was really as a second career, and it's been a very rewarding one.
The most important thing that I've gotten out of my experience here at CW is teacher-student relationships. I've built bonds with my teachers who have helped me grow as a person and as a student over my years here. They've really prepared me for the workforce.
We don't hire anyone unless they're committed to education, of course. We don't hire anyone unless they're committed to students, but they also have to have a philosophy of putting students first.
Helping this experienced faculty shape the curriculum are members of the Advisory Council.
We have an active advisory council, and that advisory council is made up of members of businesses throughout the Westchester area.
They come together, they meet with our faculty, our staff, our admissions personnel, and they share their ideas on how we can improve our curriculum and how we can stay on the cutting edge of what's coming next.
The College Advisory Council has a very positive effect on the career of the students, preparing a curriculum that will fit the needs of the changing industry.
In addition to having faculty who are providing curriculum that's very relevant, they also have access to career services staff, and that staff helps them with everything from how to prepare for an interview, how to dress for success, all of the soft skills that they need to develop as young adults so they're confident going out into the job market.
I am a recent graduate of the College of Westchester. Right now, I'm a manager trainee at Hertz, and the College of Westchester prepared me for corporate America by introducing me to different opportunities as far as Career Services Center, attended various career fairs.
We have these career fairs probably 2 to 3 times a semester. I have made a connection with one employer recently, and it's just been overall a wonderful experience.
I think CW is an excellent choice for students. We are leading students down a path of success and security. That's our ultimate goal.
ACBSP is recognized by the Council for Higher Education Accreditation as a specialized accreditation agency for business education. Just over 540 ACBSP member colleges and universities have achieved accreditation, and more than 415 are in candidacy for accreditation. ACBSP accredits business, accounting, and business-related programs at the associate, baccalaureate, master, and doctorate degree levels worldwide. Located in Columbia, South Carolina, Benedict College School of Business and Economics aims to prepare students to be competitive members of the global business economy. Students are exposed to business as part of their curriculum through their Business Development Center. The school also supports first-year students with its Freshman Institute.
Steeped in more than 140 years of history, Benedict College is an ideal institution for higher learning.
We think that Benedict education prepares a person well to be a part of society, to be a contributing member of society. The individual should look forward to having great success, to being an important, significant contributor in this society, and be, basically, we say, a power for good.
The mission of the School of Business and Economics at Benedict is to prepare competitive graduates for the global economy.
We expect our faculty to be highly engaged. Now, we call it passionate rigor. That's where we show passion, but also we show them the real world rigor. We want our students to understand and appreciate the pace, the pressure, and the expectations of corporate America.
The curriculum at Benedict School of Business and Economics includes rigorous courses as well as 150 internship hours.
We have our hand in the business community, and therefore our students can take advantage of that with their internship opportunities.
Benedict is also an economic engine to South Carolina with its Business Development Center.
So we have a goal, and really we have a charge that we have to get out there and help those small businesses so that they can grow and we can create employment and we can create jobs in the state.
Classes are held where new businesses are incubating.
As one of the instructors, my classes are held here, and I'm also an on-site resource for the business development. So that means entrepreneurs who are housed in the incubator that's within the Business Development Center, they get to take advantage of my expertise. I get to facilitate our students interacting with those entrepreneurs that are here at the Business Development Center.
The college, they make sure that I get the type of students that will really help the business.
They really push a concept called PI, which stands for Performance, Image, and Exposure. Performance, of course, you want to perform well academically. Image, you want to dress professionally, speak professionally, and then exposure.
And that exposure includes hearing from leadership from Fortune 500 companies.
All the corporations in South Carolina have been to Benedict College, Michelin, BMW, Bank of America. Just recently, Pepsi was here, Walmart was here, Price Waterhouse. We've built great relationships across South Carolina. Not only do they come for that one day, but we have a process of bringing corporate America in as teachers.
Benedict also created a unique best practices element called the Freshman Institute. Each first-year student is assigned a coach to ensure the student succeeds in their preparation for a business career.
The program is extremely unique because of its comprehensive nature. There is no program in the United States that is as comprehensive as the Freshman Institute.
I would say that Benedict is what you make it. If you really take ownership of your academic life and your career and what you want to pursue, that all the opportunities are here for you if you just ask everybody for help.
We will work with them to do our best to ensure that they are successful and that they will graduate as people that we will be proud to carry the Benedict flag out in the community.
ACBSP actively recruits members from throughout the world in order to build a global education network. Leaders of ACBSP share some of the benefits of membership, as well as benefits to students and business faculty from an ACBSP member school.
ACBSP accreditation offers schools a chance to look introspectively at themselves. It gives them a chance to develop curriculum and programs that are going to help business students actually be able to achieve in the business world that's out there.
Students benefit from the accreditation by going to a business school that has been evaluated against standards and criteria from peers in the business education profession and found to be a high quality educational business school or business program.
It's also a validation from another outside agency that you have qualified faculty teaching in your programs.
A benefit to faculty members is significant in professional development. When faculty members come to regional meetings and national conferences, they then learn from their peers what they're doing well at their institutions.
Businesses that hire graduates from our schools expect that in the course of their learning, these graduates will understand the value of the business engaging in systematic processes, data collection, and facilitation of continuous improvement.
The goal of ACBSP is to make sure that those graduates who are graduating from ACBSP member schools are prepared to face the ever-challenging demands of the global business education.
With campuses in Demorest and Athens, Georgia, Walker School of Business at Piedmont College bases its undergraduate and MBA curriculum on experiential learning, critical in today's competitive business environment. Piedmont also prides itself on the incorporation of ethics and corporate social responsibility.
In an ever-competitive, ever-evolving business world, Piedmont College, Walker School of Business prepares students in a unique and effective way.
Our goal for our students here at Piedmont College is to do everything that we can to help prepare them for successful careers in whatever their business profession is that they choose to follow. Be it an undergraduate student coming to us for the first 4 years of their education, or an MBA student. And what sets us apart is due to the experiential activities we find and create for our students.
Another recommendation is it helped us learn all the decisions that are made within a business. You've got to look at the business as a complete business and not just focus on one certain strategy, from the marketing to the finance to compensation and labor. I mean, it was very interesting to see how one decision made could affect the entire business.
Experiential learning is something that has really made an impact on my education because it takes you out of the classroom and into the real world. We're going from theoretical to practical here, and the experience is just invaluable. It's really made a difference for me.
We learned how just everything doesn't always go our way, that we had to learn with board members and being told no, that this wasn't in the budget, that this was what we wanted to do, but it wasn't what they wanted to do.
Piedmont also offers students the opportunity to explore business on a global level.
We like to use the phrase making knowledge work, and it's all of the opportunities we can provide to our students inside and outside of the classroom. For example, each spring we take a group of undergraduate students to Europe for 12 days to be completely immersed in global business. It's a great opportunity for students to interact with industry leaders in a country different than the United States.
The first place we went to is Prague, and we visited Skoda auto plant, and we visited a glass making company that made handmade crystal, hand blown, and really the biggest thing I took away from Prague was that their culture was completely different.
And then the next few days we went to Munich, Germany. And it was really cool because the differences were very broad. Just experiencing the travel and the whole learning about businesses and all the difficulties that you come across.
The college curriculum also emphasizes ethics and responsibility, which play a major role in the growth of students as business professionals.
The business community as we know it today, corporate America, has failed us. We will not solve that problem with an ethics course, but we will set the stage for young people, especially those in business, to understand where we're going in changing the footprint of America as it relates to ethics.
It takes knowledge and experience to lead, and Piedmont provides the tools students need to be business leaders.
I'm often asked what makes for a great business school, and to me it's a very simple formula. It's eager and bright students being actively engaged by a dedicated and talented faculty, delivering a quality curriculum that's current and relevant. And that's what we do at the Walker School of Business at Piedmont College.
ACBSP's vision is to accredit every quality business program worldwide. Currently, membership is comprised of more than 1,100 colleges and universities across the U.S. and around the world. The member campuses are geographically divided into 10 regions, the newest of which was added in 2011 to meet the needs of schools in South Asia. Individual members on these campuses now exceed 9,700. Located in one of the fashion capitals of the world, LIM College in New York City prepares its students to become part of the $250 billion fashion industry. LIM College is a place where fashion and business come together.
LIM College is exclusively focused on providing students an education in the business of fashion. It's the people who run the businesses, so whether it's from product development to sourcing to sales, all of those components are cogs in the wheel that help fuel the engine of the fashion industry and make those designers successful.
Students who come here come because they want to go into business within the fashion and fashion-related industry.
I think the LIM is an epitome of the future of education, narrowly focused on the industry. One common denominator for all our students is passion. All our students are passionate about fashion.
When I decided to choose my MBA, I thought, you know, I need to make sure it's in something that I really enjoy, that I'm really passionate about. Looking around, I really wanted to go back into fashion. LIM is really the only MBA program that concentrates in fashion, so it was kind of the natural choice.
LIM College was founded by my grandfather in 1939. The college has evolved over its 70+ years into a master's degree granting institution, offering 2 concentrations either in fashion management or entrepreneurship.
What makes our graduate program unique is also a heavy emphasis on hands-on experiential learning. Our graduates work in the industry. They can earn up to 6 credits.
My latest internship was with Tom Ford. It was a great experience. I was in a field that I didn't know before, which was buying and merchandising.
We want them to walk out ready to start to work and to lead within their organization. And so we take them through an experiential program that doesn't just show them what's happening in a textbook, but we make sure that they go into the world and understand how does this concept apply into the industry, the area, the focus that they're hoping to build their career.
There's so many opportunities to be involved in the industry, get really hands-on, and I don't know how many schools encourage students to do 3 internships during their 4 years of undergrad. LIM really exposes you to the different facets of the fashion industry.
Our students seem to be very focused and driven and professional and hungry, and if we were to poll the testimonials, they will tell you hands down LIM College interns are just phenomenal.
Most of LIM students come to us with prior internship experience. So when they start in a role, and ideally, they're an asset from day one.
One of the great parts about LIM is that they have a great career center, which enables you to be able to find internships in fashion.
Now all students have a career counselor as well as an academic counselor. My internship at Madison Square Garden via Simplicity, which is an internship database.
I graduated from LIM in 1994, and I was actually placed by LIM at Ralph Lauren. The internships, the alliances they actually had within the industry really helped formulate my career.
It's a warm, supportive, personal environment. Average class size of 18 students, a student-teacher ratio of 9 to 1.
I really like that kind of intimate setting. It's so much easier to be able to communicate with the professor. You can always ask questions, they're always available, they know who you are.
All the faculty members were very well integrated within the industry. Most of them still actually had consulting jobs.
We try very hard to bring faculty in that bring to the classroom this more experiential attitude. So the majority of our faculty are coming to us with significant industry experience. They're talking in class not about what they read about in a book, but what they did that morning while they were doing their job.
My buying professor was coming from the buying office at Saks and walking into our 8 a.m. class, so these people are really involved. They're great for networking, and that's a great opportunity for students, and that's why they choose LIM College.
ACBSP is the only accrediting body for business schools that offers accreditation to all degree levels. The ACBSP is especially proud of community colleges in the U.S. and any 2-year or 3-year degree programs offered in countries around the world. Whether in person or online, Ivy Tech Community College, based in Lafayette, Indiana, strives to be a solid foundation for a strong academic career. Ivy Tech students are provided tools to master business principles and concepts, allowing them to immediately join the workforce upon graduation or to transfer to a 4-year school.
The slogan for Ivy Tech Community College is changing lives.
And we know that we have to do a good job in preparing students to change their lives. And we do that through academics. And so in preparing for their future jobs, we have to make sure that they understand the pathway to get there and change their lives.
Today's business is global, fast-paced, and 24/7. Students are part of it. With an Ivy Tech business degree, students can work in accounting, business administration, and with computer office technology.
My professional goals right now are to pursue a degree in networking or network engineering. I selected Ivy Tech because the School of Business has a great Cisco program for networking. It also has a lot of computer-related virtualization software at my disposal.
We give students the opportunity to get their hands on a lot of that equipment, whereas at other possibly four-year institutions it's more theoretical. Ours here at Ivy Tech is much more practical. We have a full data and video and voice infrastructure here at Ivy Tech, so we can do everything from IP telephony all the way through wireless, basic routing and switching, and we can even get into video surveillance and teleconferencing.
And the practical experience applies to all areas of the business school. Assistant Professor of Accounting, Kelly Butler.
In my role as the site coordinator for our volunteer income tax assistance program, we want our students to apply knowledge that they learned in the income tax class in a real-life situation. Tax preparers come from the public, and we complete their federal and state tax returns and e-file them for them. So it's a great service learning opportunity for the students, as well as a chance to develop communication skills, customer service skills, and those soft skills that are necessary in the workforce.
It's given me lots of experience of one-on-one experience of what I would have to do in a tax office. I've also gotten to work with a payroll system, QuickBooks, and Peachtree. So I have the most up-to-date payroll systems, so it'll look good for a job. I've gotten certification in QuickBooks.
Mike Jones, controller for the city of Lafayette, Indiana.
They have a very good program. They're trained very well, and as they come in and to work in our system, you have to have not only knowledge of accounting, but the ability to work with software, and they certainly have done a great job with that.
Student Rebecca Connor used her degree to obtain a job with the city of Lafayette.
They are very flexible when it comes to the classes, the times. I haven't had to take all of my classes on campus. I've been able to take a majority of my classes through the distance learning program, which has enabled me to also study and be at home with my kids.
Whether students transfer to a four-year degree program or go straight into the workforce, students are also attracted to Ivy Tech for its cost benefit.
It was a lot cheaper to come here than a four-year university.
There was a calculation of how much would be the total cost of an associate degree. It's not very much. It's somewhere between $6,000 and $7,000, and that is really a good investment when, in a short while, if they have good-paying jobs, the return would be so much greater than that.
When an ACBSP member campus decides to pursue accreditation, it shows their commitment to teaching excellence and to the process of quality improvement. For those schools willing to make that commitment, the rewards to achieving accreditation are great. ACBSP leaders explain the accreditation process.
The accreditation process begins by joining ACBSP as a member, followed by becoming a candidate for accreditation.
Environmental impact, that's a part of Standard 1. Standard 2, strategic planning.
They have to do a self-study.
Where the business school has to document that they meet the standards and the criteria that we have for any business school and program, regardless of their location throughout the world.
Their self-study will be submitted to their colleagues who will evaluate them.
They will go through a readiness process. They're generally assigned a mentor that would work with them to help them identify the gaps of where they are for being successful in making it through the process.
Standard 3 is student and stakeholder satisfaction. So the school has to communicate with their stakeholders and measure they're meeting the needs of their stakeholders and report that. Standard 4, student learning outcomes. There has to be multiple processes assessing student learning formatively and summatively and reporting trend data on that and improving their educational processes based on what they learned from that student assessment process.
Before accreditation is granted, we send a site team visit into the campus. These are evaluators that are going to determine that what is stated in the self-study is actually true, and they're going to meet with students, alumni, faculty, and other stakeholders.
Standard 5 is faculty and staff focus. Are the faculty qualified to be teaching the classes they're teaching?
The process can take up to 2 or 3 years for some schools, where others who have gotten into the assessment process because of their regional accreditation may already be a long ways along the process and be able to move into the accreditation standards and answer the questions more quickly.
Standard 6 is process management, which we evaluate their curriculum. We actually have 11 common professional components that all business students have to be involved with throughout their education to have an accredited business degree. Things like marketing, management, finance, accounting, international business, computers, statistics. Standard 6 also includes operational performance results and support performance results, as well as enrollment management. So the 6 standards are critical. A school has to meet all 6 of those standards or they cannot be accredited by ACBSP.
Wagner College, located in the Staten Island borough of New York City, is intent on developing students that are in demand in the business world. Whether students pursue an undergraduate business degree or an MBA, Wagner prides itself on the education they offer.
With breathtaking views of Manhattan, students get the best of both worlds at Wagner College, a small, residential campus community. Wagner has developed a curriculum that unites deep learning and practical application, known as the Wagner Plan.
We've had this unique curriculum since 1998. All of our students take learning communities, which is a cluster of courses themed together, regular courses, liberal arts courses, and in this case business courses that are themed together, where students are also doing field-based learning.
So for me it was a business class, a Spanish class, and then a reflective tutorial that talked a lot about business ethics, and you have the same students and 2 professors that teach them.
An example of the experiential work students conduct is participation in the Block by Block program. Students are required to do 30 hours of experiential work in their freshman year and 100 hours in their senior year.
From a project such as Retrofit New York City Block by Block, they saw how energy efficiency affects not only people's pocketbook, but it also creates jobs.
It really teaches you where to target your resources, which is important in business because otherwise, in a way, you're kind of wasting so much time, and you really just, I think it's important to learn where to target your resources before you even begin to work on a certain project or whatever results you're trying to get.
Planning is a really important part of business itself, and nothing always works to plan, I feel, is a big reminder about this project that we did.
And on the pamphlets it stated different ways.
And we didn't always come up with the results that we wanted, so we had to formulate newer plans around those results, and we had to manage ourselves in different ways.
Well, being a business major, the most important thing is going out and communicating with people, and as a management major, that's what it is. It's communication, and the highlight for me was going out and seeing how things work outside the classroom.
And in the wake of the financial crisis, Wagner is also addressing the need for strong ethics in business.
Ethics is best seen when students are actually in the community, when they're actually working with a community partner and they're trying to improve the working environment and just the overall environment of the community in which they're a part of, in which they live.
Wagner also offers an array of master's programs, traditional, executive, and an accelerated program. In addition, Wagner has also adopted the Lean Six Sigma standard for its teaching.
We are in the most competitive educational market in the world. We want to be a little bit different. Our motto is MBA means business, and our only business is our students. Our graduates from both our accelerated and executive have been very successful postgraduate as far as employment and promotions. So the program has been self-fulfilling, and we actually bring back many of them to be on our corporate council, our business advisory council, to help us make continued improvements.
Well, I think Wagner's professors are awesome. They definitely have a great experience that they bring into the classroom. They're very great for going to talk about, to get advice, and give their real-world experience.
I'm currently in the traditional MBA program. It's a 2-year program, and I hope to work for an NGO. I'm really interested in working on an international scale. I enjoy helping, for instance, the financial markets and the emerging markets. I'm currently interning.
So that's what we want. We want the students to have a mindset that never to be complacent, always keep pushing forward, always looking for things that can make it better. That's the whole idea, that's the whole mindset.
And so our students, when they graduate, they've not just had an internship here or there, they've been out in the field likely 4 or 5 times before they walk across that stage to receive their diploma.
As you can see, ACBSP has a lot going on. In 2013, the Council celebrates its 25th anniversary with plans for 2 conferences. The 2013 ACBSP Annual Conference will be held in Salt Lake City, Utah, June 21st to 24th, and the first ACBSP International Conference in Brussels. Executive Director Douglas Veland said, in the early years, ACBSP membership was comprised almost exclusively of U.S.-based colleges and universities. Now, nearly 25 years later, the membership base from outside the U.S. consists of 157 member campuses in 44 countries. Be sure you attend our first conference held outside the U.S. Thanks for watching.